Boss Lady chimes in on what's going on with Chef Carmen, giving her take on some things, and she also gives some advice on not keeping people around you who are enablers. Check it out. The message was actually a really, really good one.
So that's kind of, I think I saw that. I didn't get it either. It was kind of, it's like when you say, like, let's try to not to sound ignorant. Because here's the thing is when you say ignorant stuff, it makes you look ignorant. No one else. Like, you're the one that looks ignorant. So don't do that to yourself. Just, you know, let's all be intelligent, the intelligent people that we are. And we can give our opinions and we can have a conversation about these things without insulting each other. And of course, you do have a right to do that, but I also have a right to remove you from my page because that's not how we roll over here. I know they roll over on other pages where they love to attack people and talk about them and try to, you know, just tear them down and, you know, trash their names and do all that stuff. We don't do that over here. So I don't want that over here because that's not what I'm about. And that's not what most of you guys are about. And the people that are over here doing that, they're not even part of our boss squad. They're coming in from the outside. And I don't want y'all over here. Y'all can go back to where y'all came from. Don't come over here messing with my boss squad and, you know, agitating people and being rude and sounding ignorant and being disrespectful. Just get out of here. I'm telling you and I'm warning you because we're going to block you, right? And those of you, that's why I want all of y'all in my group. I want y'all in my private group so we can hang out and we can have conversations that are meaningful, that are real. And we don't have all these outside people under these fake profiles coming over here, you know, bothering us. That's what I don't like. I mean, we're just having an intelligent conversation and people are giving their opinions. I'm giving mine, which I have a right to do. Y'all are giving yours, which you have a right to do. There's no reason for nastiness and rudeness. If you want to do that, go away. And don't be, because it don't bother me. Because I'm actually in charge of this page, so I can get rid of you like this. But you're bothering my boss squad, and I love my boss squad, and don't bother them. Because they protect me, and I protect them. China Doll says, the court doesn't take threats like that lightly. People say stuff like that, and it happens, and people get unalived. Her mouth is too big. There's been a lot of stuff, a lot of different things that have been said, you know, that have fallen through the cracks, and that have been done. And so, you know, it's like, you know, you don't get but so many chances. And you're right. The judge has seen, and that's one of the things that I was told that the judge said, is that she knows exactly what that means. And she's seen people make those kind of threats and actually harm people. You know what I mean? So she didn't take it lightly. And Betty Bob says, and she went looking for her. Yep, that's another thing. That's absolutely another thing that happened. Like, you know, that's just not cool. Like, you go looking for someone because you don't like what they're saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, you know, and I've been told about some things, you know, but I'm not going to, you know, I can't mention it right now as it relates to me, but I'm just saying, like, you don't go looking for someone because you don't like what they're saying.
That was not all. She goes back live a little while later.
You know, one of the things that we had talked about earlier was just that, you know, when things happen, hopefully, you know, it can cause a shift, you know, and it can help you to take, you know, accountability and, you know, do things differently, you know, have remorse for the things you've done and try to kind of fix what you've broken, you know, try to make things right. But what happens is if you have people around you that are quote unquote enablers, right? That's what I call them. Where they're telling you, where they're basically making you feel, you know, like you didn't do nothing. You're, you know, oh, it's just so messed up what's happening to you. You didn't do anything wrong. You know, which is kind of what I see happening. It's unfortunate for the person because when you're enabling someone, you're not going to allow them to learn what they need to learn so they can fix what they need to fix so they can not repeat the same thing over again. But if you have enablers around you that are basically telling you that, you know, you're a victim, that you didn't do nothing wrong, then that's like the worst thing. And you know, and they're saying, well, you know, I'm your friend, face your mistake, right? It's just sad, face your mistake. But the thing is that when you have, no. Well, not this time, Erica James. But what I'm saying though is that when you have that around, when you have enablers in your life, and that's why I try to really teach my kids about that. I try to make sure I'm not an enabler, and I don't have enablers around me. Because when you have enablers, they are hurting you. They you know, they say that they're your friend and they're trying to help, but they're telling you, hey, you know, you poor thing, like you didn't do anything wrong. No, that's not true. You did do something wrong. That's why you're in the predicament you're in. And if you don't learn from it, and if you don't fix it, and if you don't change anything, you know what I mean, then it's going to keep happening to you. And so you would think that if you're someone, if you care about someone and you're their friend, you know what I mean, then you wouldn't enable them. You would actually have a different conversation, a hard conversation. And you would point out to them, to the person, you know, what it is that they did that put them in the situation that they're in. And then that's what a friend does. And then there's growth, right? And you point out to them that, hey, you know, I mean, because the thing is that while you're sitting there feeling all, you know, sorry and acting like this person has been harmed in some way, where were you when they harmed the other person? You know what I mean? And they did the same thing, and they celebrated and they laughed, you know, and they did all that. Like, where was the sympathy then? You know what I mean? So it's kind of like the sympathy is really masked as enabling, you know, and it's unfortunate. It really is, because, you know, I was thinking that, hey, this might be, you know, something that this person might, you know, that she might learn something from this. She might make a change, you know, she might be able to right some of her wrongs. But no, instead, you know, she's saying, oh, well, you know, now, you know, I've got to, I need more help. I need more help to keep doing the same thing that I've been doing. I'm just going to do it differently now. I mean, instead of saying, you know, I want to change. I want to make things right. You know, I want to take responsibility for the things I've done. No, it's just, I've done nothing wrong. People are just doing wrong stuff to me all the time. You know what I mean? And I just need help so I can do things, so I can keep doing the same thing I've been doing, but just do it in a different manner. You know what I mean? And so it's just unfortunate, you know, and I wanted to, you know, some of y'all were asking me my thoughts on it, and that's my thought. My thought is that when you have enablers around you, it actually makes things worse, because you're not sitting with yourself and looking at yourself and looking at the things. You have people telling you that you're just a poor, innocent person who's just being mistreated and who's done nothing wrong, and they want to help you and they want to give you this and give you that. And that's called enabling. That's what it's called. And it's unfortunate for the person that it's being done, you know, done for. Because that person is, now you're stunting their growth. You've stepped in, you know, and you're playing the rescue enabling role. And I think that happens a lot of times with, you know, even when you have like a family member that is like an addict, or they have bad behavior, you know what I mean? And so instead of, you know, helping them get better, you just continue to, you know, to, what do you say? Like enable them by not giving them the tough love that they need so they can fix their problem. If you gather